It's hard to believe, but It's a Wonderful Life is 73 years old this year. The 1946 movie with Jimmy Stewart told the story of a man who never quite got to do what he wanted because he was always doing the right thing for others. George Bailey never got to do what George Bailey wanted to do. So, when faced with a crisis that was not his own fault, he bitterly wished he had never been born. He got his wish, and as a result, he gained a greater appreciation for his life because he saw what that would have done to others. In a sense, it's the reverse of the story of Esau, the ungodly son of Isaac and Rebekah. Unlike George Bailey, Esau got to do everything he wanted. He was a man's man, a hunter, an outdoorsman. He was the favorite of his father, Genesis 25, verses 27 and 28. As firstborn son, he was the heir to the precious birthright and blessing. But, like George, he didn't appreciate what he had. One day Esau came from the field. He'd been out hunting and he was famished, thought he was starving to death, and in a George Bailey-like bout of self-pity, sold the birthright to his brother Jacob. Get this, for a bowl of beans, Genesis 25, verses 29 through 34. What was his flawless logic? Well, it was this. It wouldn't do him any good if he was going to die, so he made the trade and lived for another day. That's why God described him as a profane man in Hebrews 12, verse 16, and Genesis 25:34 says he despised his birthright. He wasn't going to die. He just had contempt for God. God meant nothing to him, so neither did God's priceless promise. He held God and the things of God in contempt. Later, after Jacob had stolen the blessing as well, Esau wept bitterly, Genesis 27, verse 38, because at last he realized the value of what he had lost, but it was too late. He couldn't get it back. Hebrews 12:17 says that. In the movie, bitterness was turned to joy when George returned home. But in the real life of Esau, bitterness was, well, bitter. Don't live like Esau. Don't sell your priceless soul for a cheap, worthless, bitter bowl of beans. Turn to God before it's too late. And if you're still thinking about how to do that, come back tomorrow for more Morning Minutes in the Bible. Until then, I'm James McClenny, hoping you have a great day.